Welcome to summer. Raise your hand if you're confused. Holiday quiet on the streets, except for some stubborn leaves that didn't fall with the fall, and now they clatter in vain. Holiday sky, midnight clear, wind is high, hard to steer. Old muffler rumbles like an old fighter plane, in search of some rest, in search of a break from a life of test, where something's always at stake, where something's always so far. What about my broken car? What about my life so far? What about my dream? What about everything? What about aeroplanes, and what about ships that drank the sea? What about the moon and stars? What about soldier battle scars and all the anger that they need? I am not in need. Get away and come with me, come away with me, and we'll see if I was right on that night, that a future was made before time takes each year like a knife cuts it clear. It's school, then work, and then life that just sharpens the blade. I think about time for fun, I think about time for play, then I think about being done with no resume, with no one left to blame. What about fortune and fame? What about your love to obtain? What about the ring? What about everything? What about aeroplanes, and what about ships that drank the sea? What about the moon and stars? What about soldier battle scars and all the anger that they need? I am not in need. Holiday quiet on these streets, except for some reason me. The hometown harbor lights bright, sailboats clatter in vain. Holiday sky, midnight clear, wind is high on this pier. I find it hard to complain when compared with what about everything? What about aeroplanes, and what about ships that drank the sea? What about the moon and stars? What about soldier battle